What's up, Facebook? It's me, Juniper Bloom Mystique. I am an Ascension Master, Master Healer, and Divine Guide. I am the one who brought about the Ascension. And this is a powerful time, let me tell you. So I've done it over the past 4 years, since 2019 when I had my awakening. I cleared Mount Shasta on 11/11 of 2020, which is recorded and witnessed through a workshop all of you can actually watch on my YouTube channel, and I post it here many times over. Then I sat on Saturn and I rose Atlantis with Hermes the god, and after I cleared my contract of when I died there. Then I started activating pyramids. These were feminine pyramids. After I cleared Mount Shasta, I did Fiji first, which then became the Earth's true root chakra, and we cut off life support to California. Then I also opened the portal of the gods, when I activated the pyramid in Fiji. Then it just kept going, and I woke up my DM, which is biblical. Everything is biblical, okay? I've had 2 DMs. I talk of the story of that. It's a lot, okay? But what happened today was I went into a workshop today for my Patriots, and I have to talk about this. In the workshop, I became Sekhmet, and I had died in a past life, and all of a sudden I got my new life back. Like, it cleared and I got a piece of that soul back. Then my blood ran through the Nile, okay? And then after that, the Nile dried up. And I kept speaking God's language. And all this stuff kept coming out, okay? It's recorded and witnessed. My Patreons did partake with me. Believe me, they do. They just don't all comment on here, unfortunately. But they're there, okay? And this was powerful, all right? Then they opened up the 12 gates of abundance. And at that time, I saw the gates of heaven above. And I wasn't quite sure what this meant, but I literally looked up what the 12 gates of abundance were, okay? And I have brought about the apostle of John. John is who killed Jesus. I know how Jesus died because I had to free his soul a couple years ago. And then on Christmas this year, I united the twin flames, which was the return of Christ. Me and my DM coming together, Jesus and Mary Magdalene coming together, okay? Now, I looked up what the 12 gates were because they said there's actually going to be 13 for us and for those who can actually go through the portal of 7D, okay? It's a big deal, and we are supposed to have 10 apostles, all right? But unfortunately, we've lost some of the 144,000 because they just didn't want to step up. Unfortunately. But I literally looked up what it meant, and it is in the book of Revelations. It's book of Revelations 21, and it speaks of David, which was actually my first DM's name. His real name was David, and it's in the Bible that David had to wake up, and I woke him up. Please, Lord, like, this is, if you guys watch what I do, you can't deny it. Okay, not only did I predict that the submersible imploded before it actually did, and I tried to prove that on my page. It's just people need to actually watch the work. I have all of this proven and recorded, and I keep posting it time and time and time again on here. So I'm hoping people actually start to wake up to this because this is blowing my mind, okay? I went from a psychologist to doing this kind of stuff, okay? So I understand the brevity of what this all is. I understand how mind-blowing all of this is, but it's very real. I can't deny it. Those who do the work with me can't deny it. Today was insane, you guys. We had Goddess Freya there, Goddess Fortuna, Goddess Athena, and then all the gods and angels lined up and put all these gifts in this thing and then poured it down into my energy. And then that's when I became Sekhmet again, which was apparently one of my lifetimes. This is all relevant because all of our lifetimes have to play out right now, and I've talked about that. All of our lifetimes, when I activated Mount Kilimanjaro, my DM and I activated Mount Kilimanjaro, the Congo, British Columbia, and places in Africa. You think there's a coincidence that Africa is breaking up? No, it's all in the work that I did if you watch it. Because we activated pyramids in Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Kenya, okay? And more, okay? It's all relevant. But when I said there will be 13 gates of abundance, not 12, and it's actually in the book of Revelations 21. I will post some of that information below this video because I just learned this and I'm like, oh my gosh. Yesterday, Athena told me something amazing was about to come through. This is amazing. It is blowing my mind. Those that did the workshop with me today, my Patreon, got so many gifts. They also got the Eye of Ra, because that's who Sekhmet represents. They just have to use it wisely, right? As a gift. Like, this is a power that they get. But you guys, this is real. So they said, it is said in the book of Revelations that when they go through the gates of heaven, and those were there in my meditation in my workshop today, the gates of heaven opened up. And I kept telling him, it's the gates of heaven. But I was like, don't worry, we're like not dying and going to heaven right now. But heaven is coming to earth. I have brought heaven back to earth. And then the gates of the darkness closed. I took this crystal out of the core that was filled with dark light, and I crushed it. And it went across the collective soul. And I spoke of wrath. It's not a joke. Then my blood ran through the Nile. And then I cleared up the Nile. The Nile just dried. And I'm like, what does this mean? So just a few minutes ago, I actually looked up what the 12 gates of abundance represent. And it is in the book of Revelations, verse 21. Okay. I have brought about the Apostle of John. I've talked about this several times when I saw how Jesus died. He was poisoned by John the Apostle. He did not die on a cross. The true cross is the Ankh, and this is what they have also told me within this last week or two. I pray that the right people can hear this, because it's time we wake up. Something major is about to unfold. I thought this was amazing. You guys, we will have 13 gates of abundance, not 12, and those are the ones who get to go to the new abundant earth. This stuff is real. It is not just energetic. It's not just metaphorical. It's blowing my mind. And if you're paying attention, I'm in awe. I'm in awe. Today was amazing. And God was there, and he had his hand down, and he was sprinkling all this light. And when I crushed that dark crystal, it like shot across all of the collective soul. And I was like, like it was like, wow. And then I replaced it with the right crystal into the core of the earth. Now, when I activated Mount Kilimanjaro, the Congo, British Columbia, and then Kenya and Zimbabwe and Botswana and all those together, I activated the crystalline grid underneath the pyramids. Kilimanjaro is biblical, and I was going to talk about that tomorrow a little bit on my live on YouTube. They have discovered that, by the way. Kilimanjaro is biblical, and I just activated it. Okay? I activated the pyramid grid underneath the pyramids. It's a crystal grid. That is our power center. All of this makes sense. All of this is biblical, and I had no idea that that was coming through today. Oh my gosh, like, this work that I do is amazing. Those that did the workshop with me, please comment below and let me know what you think, because right now I'm just like, holy crap, I'm mind blown again, and I did it. Because it's also part of my own awakening. I had no idea this was coming. No idea this was coming. The gates of heaven opened up. The darkness gates closed off. They will never be allowed to step foot here again. Ever. Ever. Okay? And then they opened 13 gates of abundance. And they specifically said that what I did is beyond what I even understand at this point. And I'm not kidding you when I filled the Nile with my blood and then it dried up. I'm like, I'm going to post the information that I found about it. You can look it up. It's in Revelations 21. Do not read the King James Version. You want the oldest version, you can go for the truth. It's actually more in like the Dead Sea Scrolls and things like that. Those are more accurate. So be careful what version you read, because the Bible is not all true. Religion is not where God resides. Do you understand? So much love to all of you. This is insane. My DM's name was David, and in the Bible it talks about that. David will get woken up. Okay, there's supposed to be 12 apostles, but that's not true. There was supposed to be 10, but we lost a couple. We've lost a couple of the 144,000 too, because they just chose not to make their marks and wake up. I'm still processing this. We will see who listens. Please watch my videos, you guys. Watch my workshops where I activate pyramids. Watch these things. I don't just predict a little submarine imploded, but that blew my mind too. I love the work that I do. This ascension is amazing. And thank you to those that joined me. You guys, we need to see that this is absolutely biblical. This is the work of God. And who I am blows my mind every day. I'm in awe. I'm in awe, you guys. The heaven gates are open and it's time. This is it. It's time. And when I saw the Nile fill with my blood and then dry up, I need to look that one up too in the Bible. I think I'm going to do that next. I might post it underneath this video too. So much love. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.